Purpose of today's ride really twofold. Firstly, to test out the modifications I've made on the A65 clutch yet again, and to escape from the electrical gremlin on the bongo that has been puzzling me for the last 2 days. So let's have a day off and forget about everything for a while. Nice and sunny as we approach our favourite corner once more. And so far the clutch is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's not grabbing, it's slipping a little tiny bit under load, but I can live with that. Well, won't be going anywhere without petrol, so I might as well fill up and be ready for the rest of the day. And yes, they do have E5. Here we are, Sainsbury's at Kidderminster. Well, I don't think we're supposed to stop here. This fellow, I believe is Bob, who was also on the ride, and he's pointed out that, yep, they're doing something here and could we kindly move. Okay, we'll move, not a problem. Right, that's all 4 of us. So off we go. Next up, breakfast at the Bringsty Caff, all being well. And over the river at Bewdley, where the bridge is still one way due to the ongoing work. It's been like that for a few months now. Still, we won't be coming back this way, so that should not be a problem. Van driver in front calls us all past, which is decent of him. Cheers, driver. Next stop will be the village of Martley. And coming up on the right is the Admiral Rodney. Spent many a weekend camping there. And it's down to the bottom of Ankerdene Hill and turn right onto the A44 towards Bromyard and Leominster, and of course the Bringsty Caff. Here we are, the Bringsty Caff. Time for brekkie and to pore over the map, wondering which part of the Forest of Dean we're going to take a look at. It seems that from Ross on Wye I'll be taking the lead, soon as I sort of know my way around there. This could be fun. The Wye Valley Brewery coming up on the right, and I've got to admit their HPA is one of the beers I do like the best. Keep up the good work, folks. Dare say I'll be drinking it Sunday night. Right, here we are, Ross on Wye. So my turn to take the lead. So let's head off down the A40 and then turn left back into Ross and try and find a way into the Forest of Dean. Something like that. No idea where I'm going, but we'll work it out on the way. I spot a sign for Colford. That seems to be in the right direction, so that's the way we'll go. Another sign, this time for Rusbridge. Well, I've heard of that, so it must be in the right direction. So we'll go that way. This is more like it, the road through the Forest of Dean. This is what we've come here for, so let's make the best of it. Certainly not a lot of traffic on this road, which is a good thing. The road service isn't too bad. The A65 is running as well as it should. The clutch is not really giving any issues, but there is oil still coming from the primary side. Now that needs looking into. 6 months now I've been messing about with this electric start kit, and frankly I am getting fed up with it now. Still, it's working, it's enjoyable, I'm riding it, so let's carry on for a bit. I'd seen a sign for Blakeney earlier on. Now I know where Blakeney is in relation to the Silver Fox Calf, so that's where we may be heading for another copper. At least that's the plan. So we'll carry on riding through the Forest of Dean for a bit. Blakeney, and time to join the A48 towards Newnham on 7 and the Silver Fox Calf. The chip shop in Blakeney, coming up on the left, used to do excellent fish and chips. I don't know if they still do, I've not been in there for a while. There it is. But worth noting if you're in the area and you feel peckish. Speaking of feeling peckish, the Silver Fox Calf. This calf has closed down twice before in the past and reopened, but this time, judging by the work they've put into it, I think it'll be permanently open. Done all the garden, there's a bus there, they've got a canal boat in the backyard, and there's some weird sculptures in the garden. There's even a ramp up to the front door and motorcycles parked inside the calf. So, let's grab some grub. Jonathan, Paul and Bob waiting to go into the calf. A very rather large, scary looking iron insect on the garden. And there's one of the many foxes you'll find around the place. And the Severn Estuary looking up towards Gloucester. And the Silver Fox Calf. Highly recommended, folks. Having had a cuppa and a slice of cake, plan is we'll make a move towards Gloucester, then turn on to the A38, head towards Tewkesbury. Ride alongside the Severn Estuary for a while. And through Tewkesbury we go. Best let these folks cross. Now that some of the oil has drained out the primary side, the clutch is starting to grab a little bit again. Can live with it at the moment, but it's going to get worse, not better. We pull in discussing the need for petrol. I told them that 300 yards round the corner, by the island, there's an Esso station. I know because I've filled up at it a few times. So there we go, another potential disaster averted. Petrol time. I should be alright, I filled up this morning. and it's a 4-gallon tank at roughly 50 to the gallon. So yep, I'll be alright. I'll get home on what I've got. Might as well use the M5 to get back home. Yeah, it is boring, but it does the job. Junction 6. And Jonathan, Bob and Paul sail off on the A449 towards Kidderminster, whilst I carry on along the M5 to the end at Junction 1. What's the betting? There'll be a queue at Junction 1. It's a weekday. It's mid-afternoon. There's bound to be. Let's see how bad it is. Okay, we've come to a halt. But not as bad as I thought. A bit of stop-start stuff all the way along here. And stop-start stuff is not what you want when the clutch is grabbing. Maybe that's a clue as to why there's a hold-up. Incident response vehicle and an ambulance, and a few seconds later another ambulance. The building clad in scaffolding on the right is the Chance's Glassworks, which I now believe is a listed building. And yeah, I used to do the lift in that place. And the flats there on the left, the blue ones, that's the Kenrick Park estate. And yeah, I did the lifts in those as well. And the clock tower there is the building belonging to Archibald Kenrick and Sons, which has got trees growing out the side of it now. Still, we're virtually on Junction 1, so not long to go now. And here we are, back at Oshit Corner. About 160 mile on the clock. The bike's behaved well. The clutch could be better, but I think we get in there. I'll have one last attempt at sorting it out, and if that doesn't work, then they can have the whole plot back. It's not suitable. It's not fit for purpose.